going for, my love?
First trail race.
Yeah. Do you feel good?
I feel good. Just fueling up.
What is this?
This is some protein porridge with frozen raspberries, chia seeds and peanut butter.
Chia seeds. Yummy?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That's called something illegal. Last is funny.
Hello guys, long time no see. So hello, is it?
Hello.
Hello, we're back. We're back on YouTube. What are we doing today? We are going to Issie's trail run.
10k trail run.
10k trail run, a new type
Race.
of race for Issie to put on her mantelpiece, her collection of medals, which is much larger than my collection at the minute. Hopefully we change that later this year.
Yeah.
Which is why I am back, is because prep has started, but we'll get onto that boring stuff later. First things first, we love and support the other athlete in this relationship.
That's kind, isn't it?
That is kind. Just joining us in the debrief of Issie's trail run, which she's done very well.
It was hard.
Completing. It was hard work.
It was hard.
Sounds like it was quite rigorous terrain, my love.
Yeah, my legs hurt.
And a bit, maybe getting lost a little bit too.
I got lost for like a kilometre, then I had to go back. So I actually ran 12 kilometres.
But that's okay, isn't it? Overall, a good new experience.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing it anytime soon.
Well, maybe a different one. This trail run.
I said it was for beginners. It was not for beginners.
Well, do you know what? I think that it comes with.
Unless I just had a different perspective of what trail runs are, because Salty Forest does not do trail runs.
That's been your trail run training, hasn't it? And you've been going over styes, through fields.
Yeah,
all over the place. It sounds to me a bit more like a cross-country run would describe it a bit better. This is a trail. This is a trail, the walk around the lake, which I've done, which was very nice, by the way, to get some of my steps in.
It was grass, it was road, it was field, it was mud, it was stone, it was...
all the terrain.
It was logs, it was like deep mud. Like, you can see my train.
Oh no, they're new as well.
I know.
God's sake, do you know what I did say to you? I thought it was going to be more like that.
But aren't you just the best know-it-all?
Not a Salty Forest trail run, but well done. And now we're heading home.
And I got a cool medal.
And you got a cool medal? Very cool medal, actually, to add to the collection. And now we're going to head home and crack on with the rest of the day. Oh my god. Squeaky ass door. It's unbelievable. Right. Let's get a little bit acquainted and set up. Let's get this fucking mic on as well. Somewhere. We'll go with it. Right there. Look at that. Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you can hear me properly. I hope this mic's working. You never really know with microphones. And it's only until after you've filmed and reviewed all the footage that you then see, oh great, I didn't actually fucking press play, or not press play. It just wasn't working for whatever reason. Which will be a killer. Stay tuned, we'll find out. It's a Saturday, it's a beautiful fucking Saturday, I can't lie. The weather here in the UK has been fantastic. And we're heading in for a push session, which is probably, it's up there with my favourite sessions of the week, this Saturday session, because one, it's a Saturday, I don't have to worry about work, I don't have to worry about anything else other than my friends, my relationship and bodybuilding, which, as most people in this sport will attest to, if you have a day where the only thing you need to worry about is when you're getting your meals in and what workout you're doing, it's a pretty good day. I've been away for a while. I have been not so focused on filming for YouTube, to be honest, and kind of picking the opportune moment to document something. I feel my life isn't interesting enough. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I'm 29 years old, I live in a small town, and I train. That's pretty much it. And if I had more interesting things going on, I'd have more reasons to film YouTube videos. Like, because you'll see on this channel, the majority of the videos are all to do with mine and Issie's time in India at the back end of last year, which was amazing. But now I feel once again in a position where I want to be the person who I was looking for this time last year, when I was in my off season and I was watching first time competitors I really wanted to get an insight into, you know, the ups and downs of their first prep experience. And you only get one chance to say that it's your first time doing something. You can't kind of go over and over and over again on that. So for me, I think it's really important that I be that person who I didn't actually find. There's a few people that I would say like did a good job last year of documenting their processes, like Julian, Jack Chan on Instagram. I'd definitely say that's someone who I paid a lot of attention to last year, not only because he presented a pretty phenomenal physique as a first timer, but also he was very vocal about what he was doing, what he wasn't doing, how he was feeling on Instagram. But I've not seen that many people documenting the process in long format, so on YouTube. And for me, I'm someone who, I watch a lot of YouTube. My girlfriend always says I'm a YouTube kid and an iPad kid. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. You know, if I'm eating my cereal, if I'm making my cream of rice, I've usually got something on YouTube, whether it's to do with bodybuilding or basketball, or gaming, like some of my interests. Or it could be something completely random, I'm not going to lie. It could be like comparisons of the sizes of species of shark. Like, I just like having that background. But anyway, I'm trying to make this a series. I'm going to try and keep honest with it. The idea behind it for me is that I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be informative. I want it to be truthful. I want it to be a true reflection of my experience of my first bodybuilding prep as a natural athlete. And I think that's the real most important part for me, is that it's an honest representation of my own experience. Like, I think within the sport, me and Zach actually had this conversation yesterday, so it kind of leads onto it nicely. There's way too many, you know, the path is already paved sort of attitude, and there's only one way to go about becoming a successful competitor. And I am trying to be careful on, you know, what toes I step on here, because I know that I've not done anything, right? I've not done anything within the sport of bodybuilding. But I think it's really important that you stay true to yourself. And for me, I would hate nothing more than to go through this process and sacrifice the person who I've become, the person who I've spent 29 years curating, who I think is a pretty cool guy. Like, for the most part, I can be a dick sometimes. I can be a bit stubborn, but for the most part, I'm a pretty swell dude, I think. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that, you know. I think if something changes you so dramatically to the point where you look in the mirror and you don't really, you know, you don't understand the reflection that's looking back at you, maybe that's at the detriment. That's what I want to achieve with this series. I want it to be a true reflection of my experience as a natural bodybuilder, my experience as a first time bodybuilder in prep. And I want to give you the highs, I want to give you the lows, and we'll just see how the series kind of flows. Hopefully, you know, for people who are in their first off season or whatever it might be, you know, you might just start up with a coach, be in a similar situation to what I was in last year, watching friends compete and watching people who I'd grown to take an interest to in the industry compete for the first time, and almost really actually starting to become a spectator of natural bodybuilding. If I can be that person for you this year, then like that's a big victory in my eyes, and that's kind of what I want to do. I want to fill those boots. I think we'll cut it there, because that's a pretty good intro as to what this is and why we're actually filming and why we're presenting this to the world. We're going to get to the gym now. We're going into Corpus, the new home gym. It's been fantastic training there. Ever since I moved there, like, I feel like I'm so much a better bodybuilder all around. The support and the community in Corpus is unreal. So if you're in the Northamptonshire, Buckinghamshire, like, I would say I'm 20 minutes away. If you're 20-30 minutes away from Corpus, like, it's worth checking out. There he is. That's the man that's convinced me that eating chicken and rice every single day, putting a thong on, oiling up, is normal. I use the same app that I program all my clients in to program my own workouts. For a while I was going sort of quite intuitively with training, and then realised that, you know, going into prep scenario I should be looking to standardise as many things as possible. So I use Kahunas for clients, and it's really good. It allows you to obviously track the weights that you moved last week, but also add notes. And for this seated incline here, all I've wrote down, past Liam, genius that he is, just one word: solid. I mean, I don't know what I'm meant to do with that information, but we'll see.
Too late.
For what?
I literally turned up on the last rep.
To witness pure magic.
Mic is on.
Mic is on.
Mic's up.
Caught in 4K. Caught.
Oh, it's there. I didn't see it, to be fair.
That was a two rep progression.
Really?
Told you, mate, I'm growing into prep.
Yeah, you're growing into the show.
Yeah. 187.2 this morning.
Yeah, 300 pounds, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
300 pounds shredded.
Well, I'm going to be by the time we get there.
Yeah.
Got 23 weeks to get there. So what is that? How many pounds a week?
Louder.
A lot.
What you need? 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 LOLOLOL, white America, assassinate my character. Money matrimony, yeah, they tryna break the marriage up. Who gon' act phony, or who gon' try to embarrass ya? I'ma need a day off, I think I call Ferris up.
Bueller had a Mueller, but I switched it for a Miele, cause I'm richer. And prior to this shit was moving freebase.
Had a conference with the DJs,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico 3 days.
Poly with the PDs, now they got that shit on replay.
Sorry, I'm in pajamas, but I just get off the PJ. And last party we had, they shut down Privé.
Ain't that where the heat play?
Yeah.
Niggas hate ballers these days.
Okay guys, welcome back. It's now Sunday, the next day. That last clip was obviously just kind of around the posing quite quickly, just to show you guys kind of what we're looking like 1 week into the prep process. And I wanted to finish off this video today just by going through a little bit of like I guess a debrief of the week, what's gone well, what's not gone so well, because that's kind of the whole intention behind these videos. On that subject, obviously, you know, this is the first time attempt at a vlog in the world of bodybuilding and stuff, so any criticism, like, I'm more than open to it. If you guys think of a way that I could make these videos more entertaining or more engaging or whatever the situation might be, yeah, I really appreciate any kind of feedback is good feedback, so more than open to suggestions on how to improve. It's been a very successful first week in prep, I can't lie. It's been a nice change for me. I've said to a few people this week that shift in direction has probably been the most positive thing out of it. I'm someone who, I've definitely got a bit of a switch in my brain where when it's go time, I turn it on and it's kind of, you know, the horse with the blinders. I don't get too emotional about the fact that I'm going to be hungry or that I'm going to have to be doing more steps or drinking more water or whatever it is. I've really enjoyed that shift and that change in narrative. Overall, I mean, I'd say diet has been fantastic this week. Training's actually been revitalized. I've had a very good week of training and really enjoyed being in the gym, which is always a big win. You know, diet's been followed to a T. I've been getting my water in. There's my bottle of piss. Looks like it. It's not. It's electrolytes and all sorts of other good things. But yeah, 5 litres of water a day, which did lead to me doing the longest wee of my life after a trip to the cinema on Friday night. Steps have been fine, like it's all good. The only thing I would say that has been a negative so far from prep is I can already kind of see I've got a few things coming up this year, like big life events for people who are very close to me, and there's a few things already that are causing a little bit of stress in terms of how to plan for those events and not take away from them, more importantly. Like, I'm in a position where I don't want my bodybuilding to be the focus of someone else's big day, if you know what I mean. You know, if I'm attending a wedding this year, which I'm attending 3, I don't want to be so distracted by my bodybuilding that I'm not present for those people's biggest day of their lives. I think that's pretty selfish, and I know some people will feel differently about that, and that's totally fine. It's just my opinion, and that's kind of how I want to dictate my own prep and my own ethics towards the sport. You know, there's things that I'm willing to sacrifice right now, and there's things that I'm not, and I want to keep that line quite firmly drawn in the sand. That's going to do it for this week's video. Hopefully get you guys another one next week. I'm hoping to do weekly. It might be a case that a week gets missed here or there. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to try and make them as entertaining as possible. So, as I say, let's just close off with that statement. I guess thank you to anyone who's made it through to this point, because I'm pretty aware that it's a long old video. Watch it while you're eating your cereal. That's what I would do. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one, where hopefully I'll be fucking shredded. All right, see you later.